Mr. Kevin Ball, welcome
Yes.
to Norway.
Thank you.
So you've been now watching Jordan Blinco from Sunderland, and
Yeah.
we lost the game 2-0. Your impression of the game and Jordan's performance?
I think, well, when at the end of the game they announced that Jordan had received the Man of the Match award, did I think it was warranted? Yeah. On his performance in terms of what he'd done with the ball. I thought some of his crossing was excellent. I thought he put the ball into a lot of dangerous areas for opportunities for his teammates to score. I thought in possession of the ball he was very, very good. There's elements of his game I still feel he can improve on, and I'll explain that to him later, and we'll talk about it and we'll discuss the points I've wrote down to about his game and that. But overall I thought he had a good game today.
Could you tell us a little bit about your role in Sunderland?
Part of my role, I have quite a few different roles I do at the moment, but part of the role I do, which I'm currently obviously doing today, is any of our young players that go out on loan, any of them between 18, 21, 22, part of my role is to mentor and help manage them as such, but be there if they need help, go and watch them train, do reports on them, and that's part of the reason we're out here today, or the last few days, to see Jordan, see the environment he's living in, see where he's staying, and the opportunity to meet all the management at Berg's always been really, really good as well. And it's also for me to know what the area's like and what the situation's like, so come the future, if we have a player where we feel he could benefit from an opportunity of coming out here, I can say, well, I know exactly what it's like, I know the people, I know where they get looked after, let him go like that. So, and I think from Jordan's point of view, this has been excellent for him.
And also for you guys in Sunderland to see how a player can progress abroad.
I think what was important from Jordan's point of view, he wasn't getting a great deal of game time at home, and we needed to address that. There's areas of his game, different things he needed to work at, shall we say, at the time, and we felt this was a good move for him. But I think the biggest plus for it all was when you sit with a young player and say, well, this is the opportunity, do you want to do it or not? I think the vigour and the enthusiasm that Jordan took it upon himself to come out here was excellent, because if I'd seen any seed of doubt in his mind that he didn't want to come, we wouldn't have sent him. But the fact was, he went, yeah, I really want to go, I want to go, it's be good for me. And I think he's embraced the whole experience, to be honest with you. I think it's been good for him.
Yeah, he's had two other Englishmen here, the goalkeeper Joe and the midfielder Scott from Bury, so that has probably been a good help for him.
Yeah, that will have helped. I think the house where they live and the fact that he's with other English lads will have helped, but I also think the Norwegian people are very friendly and very hospitable, and I think that would have played a massive part in making sure he settled in very well. I've experienced that in the few days I've been out here, how well you get looked after and that. Has it helped having the two lads from? Yeah, of course it does and that, but there's also a couple of lads from Iceland now, no doubt they will have helped him as well. But I think the whole experience would have helped him mature and get him to understand what he needs to do if he wants to go to the next level in English football. The opportunity to speak with Lars is very good. I've kept in contact with Lars while Jordan's been here. The feedback we get from him is very honest, which I think is important as well. The one thing we would never have wanted is for him to say it's all going great when maybe it's not, or in the other way, if it's he'd say it's not going great and it is. So, but he's been very honest, and I think that's important, very important from my point of view, because we need positive feedback, and we also need honest feedback, and he's been very, very good with that. And the opportunity then, when I spoke to him and went out of him the other day and had lunch, was great, because it enabled me to see what he was like, him to see what we were like, so it was good, and I'm really pleased to have met Lars and Tom.
And the rest of the people in Bucks as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think I've got to say thank you to everybody. From the minute I literally landed at the airport, Rafa picked us up, and I've been well looked after by anybody involved with the football club, and also in the hotel as well, and even going next door to, is it Madeline's?
Yeah. Great food.
Yeah, and the great food in there, and going and speaking to them, and again they were very hospitable as well and very nice in that. But I'd like to say thanks to the football club and all the people who are involved in it, because they've made me very welcome, and more importantly made Jordan very welcome.
Yeah, because the most important thing there's two important things: for the players to develop and for the club to also take advantage of the players' quality.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the idea was for Jordan to come and get games. The benefit you hope for both people, both parties then, is, like you say, Jordan gets game time under his belt, and Bergsoy benefit from his experience and his ability and that, and you hope that then that helps them get to a position in the league and winning games and doing what they want. Has that always been the case? Possibly not, but that's the way it works, isn't it? But that's what you really hope, is that both parties take advantage for their own individual reasons.
And this could also be maybe a start of something in the future, sending...
Yeah. I mean, that's the reason that, partly I came out with, and I alluded to earlier on when I said that it's the opportunity now to come and speak to people here, meet them, and find out what the area's like. Find out whether in future, if we had a player that we feel actually he could, be a situation where he could deal with it. But the only thing then is you've got to understand the character of the person. Some players might embrace this, come out and think it's fine. Others might go, I can't be doing that. You need to understand the personality of the player sending out, because the last thing we would want to do is send a player out here that wouldn't enjoy it and wouldn't do his not do his best, but wouldn't be in a position to be able to give his best because mentally it wasn't right for him. And that's why I go back to what I said with Jordan. He embraced it from the very, very start. It was a positive feeling we got from him to send him out, and I think both parties have taken advantage of that as well. And going forward, if we do have a player in this situation again, like I said, I wouldn't hesitate if he was the right personality, the right situation, to send him in.
You've now seen a game here, and have you seen any local talents maybe that with the right direction in their careers could develop into players?
Truthfully, I wasn't really taking much notice of anybody else. No, my sole aim in the game was really to watch Jordan.
Yeah.
I, to a degree, watched Scott because of my mates Chris Brass, who's the head of football at Bury. Obviously, I watched the goalkeeper a little bit, but in the main, I was just concentrating on them. Did I take note of one or two other players? Yeah, from the opposition, one or two players caught my eye. But in general, my focus was really on Jordan today.
And the level of the gameplay, is it slow?
Again, I think, is it technical? Yes, I think. Was it a decent game of football? I thought it was alright. I quite enjoyed it. And that, I think if you take in consideration one team's part-time, one team's full-time, the fact that there was a period in the game Bergs really could have scored and gone ahead, which could have changed the complexion of the game, and unfortunately never took their chances. So in the end, obviously, Allison go up, get their chances and score them, and it sort of gives probably an unfair look on the scoreline, because I don't think they should have been 2-0 winners. I thought they were a decent team. I thought Bergshaw had done enough to have got something out of the game today.